the real command is this: yum. To install it, you use yum install DHCP. Your system has to be connected to the internet for this to work. So you get that, follow the instruction, get it to the end, and DHCP will fully install. How do you make sure that DHCP has been installed? You type rpm-q DHCP, enter. The system tells us that this file has been installed. So now the next thing will be to tell it which interface will be issuing IP addresses to the client. You know that Ethernet 0. Now if I type this and put this, that's just a comment. Ethernet 0 is my WAN interface, while Ethernet 1 is my LAN interface. So I need to specifically tell the DHCP file that this is Ethernet 1 will be the interface that will be giving out, leasing out addresses to the client. So how do I do that? So I'll go to vi/etc/sysconfig/dhcpd. Then the system opens. Then I now type this. So this command, what this command does basically is to tell the DHCP services that Ethernet 1 will be responsible in giving IP addresses to the client system. So once you do this, once you define this, you can save this by using. You don't forget that if you want to make changes to a file, you type I, insert, make whatever changes you want, type whatever you want. And when you're through, you press escape, then you press :WQ. So that automatically saves that file. So you can confirm by recalling that command again and pressing enter, and the system tells you that this interface has been chosen. Then the next thing to do is to open to the DHCP file script and paste the following lines of script. So I'll open to vi/etc/dhcpd.configuration. So you can see this is what you have to space. This is what is pasted on my script. This is how the DHCP script should look like. So what does this mean? This tells us, the first line tells us that this is a domain that we are specifically defining here on the system. So if we have a DNS running, you want the thing to reference a particular domain name, you can specifically mention it. If not, you can just comment that line off. If you want the domain to be specifically mentioned, just type insert, then scroll down to the line that you want and comment it out. So commenting it out means that that will not be, it will not be, that line of command will not be executed as the DHCP processes the script. So the next thing to do is to mention all the DNS IP addresses that you have. So this is our public DNS. So don't forget we use two public DNS addresses. So I'm going to change that to that. So you separate each of the DNS with a comma. So we have 8.8.8.8 semicolon. Then the next thing is to specify the minimum list time, the maximum list time, the log file. Then here you specify the network, the subnet that will be responsible for this network. Then the range of IP addresses. Then what will be your broadcast IP and what will be your gateway. So that has to be specified. Then if you have printers on the network or any device in which you want to specifically reserve IP addresses on those devices, the first thing you need to do is to specify the host name, the MAC address of that device, then you specify the IP address you want to fix it. So you can see 10.0.0.5 is one of the addresses that is configured to be excluded from the list addresses. So what will happen is that the system will reserve this for you. But like I said in the class, most times if you pick an address among the list ones, the system will repeatedly issue that address to that hardware. But once you do this, then you press press escape to come out, then you type Ctrl-Z to come in. So be mindful of the semicolons, the colons, and the comma when you're scripting, or else you have errors. So the next thing will be to start your DHCP. So I'll type service DHCPD start. So that has been started, and the DHCP server will start issuing addresses. So how do I know this system is on the network? It's a client system on the network without with the DHCP server. So I'll just go to the system to see which address has this system is taking 10.0.0.10. So the DHCP server has already issued an address. So from the command line, I can also find out the list of addresses that has been issued out by the DHCP server. So I'll type vi/var/lib /dhcpd /dhcpd.leases. So when you type that and press enter, you can see the system tells us that 10.0.0 has been given out to the system. And of course, you will also specify the MAC address of the system and the name of the laptop that has that. So that's really how DHCP works. So now, if you want to, because we want the DHCP server to start output, so what we need to do is to type systemctl enable DHCPD. So that will start it output. Then you want to see if the DHCP server is working. You can type systemctl status DHCPD. The system will tell us that this is active and running.